No, not really. I'd like you three to take a knee and say Henry Novak's name.
I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do that?
No.
Why would you not do that?
Because I don't want to and I don't need to.
You don't want to and you don't need to?
No.
He asked one simple thing. A moment of respect. The answer? A flat refusal. Caught on camera. What happened next inside this police station will leave you speechless. Stay till the end. This is not what you're expecting.
Just ask you if you're alright, just stand outside. Yeah, you're alright to stand outside, is that alright?
Why would I need to stand outside?
Because just your behaviour's been a bit intimidating apparently, that's all.
To who? I've just been speaking to that lovely young lady.
The staff and then this female apparently.
Really?
That's what we've been told.
Is that what a staff member said?
They said that you've just been a bit intimidating, that's all.
Bit intimidating?
Yeah.
Right.
So just asking you kind of
Right, that's a wrongful comment. That's a wrongful comment. And I'm allowed to stand in a police station all I want.
Okay.
I have not actually done anything. You want to check your CCTV?
Okay.
I've stood in here and filmed and I've had a lovely conversation with that young lady just there, just before yourselves come out.
That's absolutely fine. But just ask you
So-
to stand outside.
Why would I need to stand outside a police station I pay for?
Because
I have not done anything, bearing in mind.
Staff have felt
You've got an accusation right now.
Oh, that's
Right,
right.
and
We're intimidated.
Yeah.
But apparently we're intimidating.
Oh no,
The
some
other-
prayed for him and Novak and just did
Yeah.
went on the knee on the floor, that's all that.
So people came in here, took the knee
Okay.
for Henry Novak,
Yeah.
and that's apparently intimidating towards members of staff. Right? I stood here separately. I stood here completely separate and filmed it.
Okay.
Right? So all evidence is on my camera also.
That's fine. I'm not
Okay.
disputing that.
And now you're trying to kick me out of a police station.
I'm trying to keep you out. I'm asking you to just stand outside.
You are. I'm saying I'm allowed to be here. We pay for it. Taxpayers, we pay for it. Right?
We're taxpayers
So-
as well.
You pay yourselves. Right. So let's not get into that debate because I've had that debate for.
It starts with something deceptively simple. A man standing in a public lobby, camera raised, saying nothing, doing nothing but watching. No shouting, no disturbance, just presence. And yet, within moments, that presence alone becomes the center of a confrontation. Officers step through the door carrying a claim that immediately shifts the entire atmosphere of the room. Staff inside say he's being intimidating. No incident report. No specific act described. Just a word, passed along secondhand, vague enough to mean almost anything, and specific enough to justify almost any response. And that's exactly what he seizes on. Instead of backing down, he goes on the offensive, calmly, methodically, like someone who's been in this exact position before and knows precisely how to handle it. He demands they check the CCTV, knowing full well the footage will back him up. He reminds them, pointedly, that this station exists because people like him fund it through taxes. A quiet but deliberate reframing, turning an accusation meant to remove him into a demand for accountability from the very people trying to move him along. There's something almost theatrical about how composed he stays here, never raising his voice, never giving them a single reason to escalate. It's a masterclass in controlled defiance. By the end of this segment, you can feel the dynamic already tilting. The officers came in with the upper hand, the badge, the authority of the building itself behind them. They're not leaving this exchange with it.
The last 6 years doing this, all right? And I'd destroy you in that debate. Let's just put it that way. But anyways, a couple of other people was here. They've now left.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting here, just in case you officers came out to explain to you what had just happened, right? And that's it. I've had a lovely conversation with this young lady. That young lady never reported us for anything, bearing in mind, because the whole time I was in here and any police staff was in here, right, I was stood here filming, stood here by the door filming, police staff left, this young lady was left in here on her own. She's not discussed anything with anyone. So for me to have intimidated her, and I was asking her actually if she's all right now that everyone's left her on her own here, you know, I was making sure she was all right, you know. But no, she's not made no complaint. I can guarantee you that.
All right.
It's just the police staff.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. So
But have you not got what you needed now?
no, not really. I'd like you three to take a knee and say Henry Novak's name.
I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do that?
No.
Why would you not do that?
Because I don't want to and I don't need to.
You don't want to and you don't need to?
No.
Oh, that was a bit of a sharp stab on it.
Why?
Why would you not want to? He died at the hands of a police officer.
I'm not getting into that debate either.
It's not a debate. The evidence is out there. The evidence is out there.
Okay.
The police have put the evidence out there. His force have put the evidence out there. He did not do his job properly.
Okay.
And now you refuse to.
This is the moment everything the video has been quietly building toward finally lands, and it lands hard. Amid the back and forth over intimidation, almost casually, he pivots the entire conversation with one direct, simple request of the officers standing in front of him. Take a knee, just for a moment, in memory of Henry Novak. It should be an easy yes, a gesture, a moment of respect that costs nothing. It isn't. The answer comes back immediate, flat, almost reflexive. No pause, no attempt to soften it, no official explanation offered first. Just 4 words, I don't want to. And in that instant, the entire tone of the encounter transforms. What started as a bureaucratic dispute over who's being intimidating suddenly becomes something far heavier. A moment where an officer is forced to publicly reveal exactly where they stand, on camera, in uniform, with absolutely no room to hide behind procedure or policy. You can almost feel the shift happen in real time. This is the hinge point of the entire video, the second where a routine standoff becomes something the internet is going to be talking about. From here forward, nothing about this conversation is going to be casual again.
Your own opinion, your personal
Refuse to do
opinion.
what? Sorry.
You refused to take a knee for Henry Novak.
So I don't.
You don't want to. That was your first
Yeah,
response.
that's
You don't
what I
want
said.
to. So as a person, you don't want to. As a person, you do not want to. Explains a lot with a blue thin line. Anybody else want to entertain it?
I'm talking to you as an officer.
You're talking to me as an officer. The first thing that came out of your mouth is, I do not want to. That is personal.
Okay.
If you said, I can't do that whilst in uniform, then I would have gone down the route of George Floyd. Loads of police officers done it. UK, USA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but the first...
I wasn't even an officer then, so I can't comment
So,
on
but
that
the
either.
first words that come out of your mouth was, I don't want to. That's more personal.
Okay.
So that's why I got at you
That's your
personally.
opinion.
That's my opinion. That is fact. You said, I don't want to.
That's your opinion.
Why would you not want to?
I'm not getting into this debate, Ryan. I'm just not.
Well, there you go then. So I'm now going to speak to your other officers if they want to do it. Okay? Anybody else want to entertain this?
I'm not going to get into this.
You're not going to get into this. So nobody's going to take a knee for Henry
we won't be
Novak,
taking a
who
knee.
died at the hands of police
We
officers
won't be taking
in this
a knee.
country.
It's not out of any disrespect. We will not be taking a knee. Okay?
Why is that? Is it because I'm here?
No, it's not because you're here. It's just we won't be doing that.
You won't
Okay?
be doing
And
that.
it's no sign of disrespect or anything like that. It's just we won't be entertaining it. I won't be entertaining this situation. All right? So respectfully, can we just ask?
He doesn't let that answer go, not for a second. What follows is one of the sharpest, most tightly wound exchanges in the entire video. Not loud, not aggressive on the surface, but precise, almost surgical in its execution. He goes back to those 4 words, I don't want to, and starts pulling them apart syllable by syllable, pressing the officer again and again on a single, deceptively simple question. Was that a personal opinion or an official position? It sounds like a small distinction. It isn't. It's everything. It's a trap, and a clever one, because there's no comfortable answer waiting on the other side. Admit it's personal, and it exposes bias standing in uniform. Claim it's procedural, and it directly contradicts the words that already left his mouth seconds earlier. Watch how the officer tries to navigate around it, reaching for safer language, distancing himself with phrases about force policy. And watch how quickly that gets challenged too, picked apart, refused as an easy exit. This isn't a shouting match. There's no raised voices, no physical tension. It's a chess match, played entirely with words, and right now, he's the one controlling the board, 3 moves ahead, refusing to let the conversation drift anywhere safe.
You to leave.
But why would I need to leave this? Why would I need to leave this? This
We're
office?
not getting anywhere, are we?
I'm not arguing
We're
with
just
anyone.
going to be going
I'm
back
pointing
and
a point.
forth, aren't we?
Why would- What do you mean I'm arguing? It's called an active conversation.
Still carrying on, but then you say I'm saying it's your opinion, but then you're saying it's fact. So you're saying one thing against what we're saying.
How many interviews do you conduct with people that you've arrested?
Not that many. If I'm
Not that many, but you have conducted them.
Yeah.
Right, so you read body language. And you read into words that people are saying in interviews.
Yeah.
I'm doing that exact same thing with you.
Okay.
So when you said I don't want to, it's more personal. I'm taking
It's
that.
your opinion.
It's not an opinion.
It is.
You would have said it a different way if it wasn't your opinion.
How else would I have said that?
You would have said, I can't.
But it's
My
not-
job, this.
I'm physically
We're not going to
I'm
do this.
physically capable of
Like this
taking
officer just
people.
turned around and said, explained it. We're not going to do this. As a group, individually, this police force is not going to do it.
But you were talking to me directly, so I was addressing you back directly.
You're the one I was discussing it with, yes?
Exactly.
Yes,
So I'm not going to speak for anyone else, am I?
you're going to come at me personally, so I'm going to come at you personally. You said, I do not want to. If you explained it a different way and said it was a force reason, it was this reason, it was that other reason, like this officer just did, we are not going to, as a force. That's the way she was explaining it. I read into that, read her body language. We are not going to do it. She literally used the hand movements as well. We are not going to do it. So Humberside Police are not going to.
The tension doesn't fade here. It evolves into something almost interrogative. He shifts tactics entirely, turning the officer's own professional training back against them. He brings up interviews, interrogations, body language, the exact tools police are trained to use when reading a suspect across a table, and calmly points out that he's simply doing the same thing to them, right now, in this lobby. Every gesture becomes evidence. Every hesitation, every pause before a sentence, every choice of word gets logged and thrown back at them. It's an uncomfortable role reversal, the ones usually asking the questions suddenly finding themselves on the other side of that exact dynamic. Then, just as the pressure peaks, he pulls back and reframes himself entirely, almost disarmingly. He's not here to cause trouble, he explains. He's not a protester looking for a fight or a confrontation for its own sake. He's a journalist, someone documenting what he believes is a story the public deserves to see with their own eyes. It's a strategic pivot, and a smart one. From confrontation to justification, repositioning himself not as the problem standing in that lobby, but as the one holding everyone else accountable.
Humberside Police are not going to take me. That's what I'm taking that as.
So you're taking it in your own way. We mean it.
Oh, happily, yeah.
That's
That's
fine.
what happens in an interview, isn't it? When you
Can I
interview
just
people.
point something out? I've not once been here. I'm a journalist. I come here because I'm seeing on social media that there's a protest going on here. I'm not here to cause anyone harm, harassment or distress.
I don't even think
I
it's a
haven't set
protest.
foot in. I just want to get that all on here on camera. That's
Yeah.
right. I'm not here to cause any shit.
I'm just debating the fact that I'm not allowed to sit in a
That
public
guy, just to show-
entrance of a police station where I have not actually done anything other than film.
It's just because we've had the report, obviously, from our
Yep.
staff that work behind the counter, that they found what you were doing to be intimidating. Okay, that's all we've been told. So we've come down just to move you guys on, just to stop that, so that we don't prevent any breach of the peace. That's all we want to do. Just move you guys on, so then we can then all get on with our days. All right?
You can get on with
That's
your
it.
days. I'm just here filming now.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
That's what I'm saying. But our staff have found
If
that's
you
kind
can
of
if you can go and speak to
intimidating,
that if you can go speak to that member of staff, right, and say if I was the one committing any intimidating acts,
Okay.
and get that confirmed. You can look through that little window because I know she stood out there. Right, get that confirmed, and then we can brush this all under the carpet, and that'll be
Your
it.
name was the one that was brought up.
My name was the one that was brought up. Wow, she really does not like me then. She really must not like me. She thought it was funny last time I got arrested in this station.
Okay.
She thought it was hilarious. She literally turned around and says, "Oh, you're our next customer." And she knew I was getting arrested. That is hilarious that she would mention me.
Now the officers try to reset the conversation, laying out their side as plainly and reasonably as they can. A complaint was made, and their job, as they frame it, is simply to prevent things from escalating any further. On paper, it sounds measured, almost fair. But he isn't buying a word of it, and he pushes back hard, questioning, again and again, how filming alone, without a single word exchanged with anyone, could ever be classified as intimidating another person. It's a question they don't have a clean answer for, and the silence around it says almost as much as anything spoken. This is where the video's central conflict comes into full, sharp focus. Two completely different definitions of the same 15 minutes, existing in the same small lobby at the same time. To the officers, it's a matter of keeping the peace, following a complaint through to its logical procedure. To him, it's an unjustified attempt to remove someone who, by their own admission, hasn't broken a single law. Neither side blinks, neither side concedes an inch. And that unresolved, simmering tension is exactly what keeps this section so gripping to watch. Because you can feel that something, eventually, has to give.
It's hilarious. Okay, well, all I'm going to say is I'm not breaking any laws right now, being in a public entrance of a police station where I'm legally allowed to be. I'm not breaking any laws right now.
No, you're not at the minute, but as my colleague said,
I'm not going to be discussing with any member of staff. If that's what they're saying I'm doing, I'm intimidating them. I am not going to converse with any member of staff at this police station. I just want to remain in this public lobby for a few seconds.
It's your presence and actions of filming,
That's why we're asking you to move on.
I've filmed her multiple times. I've got multiple videos on YouTube with that lady in it. It's just that now after she laughed about me getting arrested.
You react each time, do you? People can react differently at different times.
Come on, she's sat behind that glass, mate. Like, what am I going to do? Come on, I'd be stupid. I'd be stupid to try and attack her, even verbally try and attack her. I'd be stupid, wouldn't I? CCTV cameras, you know, all this, everything's recorded in these places. Come on, I'd be stupid. You obviously know who I am. Yeah, you know I ain't going to do nothing that stupid and record it myself. All my evidence is on here and going to be live to public. I mean, no matter how many police officers say I edit things, I don't. I put it out raw.
Yeah.
You know.
You can do.
But
we've all got our body ones recording anyway, so we're recording this whole interaction.
I know. I like the fact that you've got these now, where you have to dock them. You can't edit them yourselves, and you can't delete anything.
Before, anyway.
You could.
We couldn't.
You could delete them.
We couldn't.
We physically
absolutely
cannot.
I've got one at home.
Okay.
I've got one at home, and if you'd like me to come into the station on an appointment with.
And then, the reveal that flips the entire narrative on its head, recontextualizing everything that came before it. The staff member behind this intimidation complaint isn't some stranger reacting to an unfamiliar, unsettling face in her lobby. She's someone he's crossed paths with before, the same person who, during a previous arrest, stood behind that very counter and laughed, joking, "You're our next customer," as he was being led away in cuffs. Suddenly, this isn't just a story about a man quietly filming in a public space anymore. It's starting to look like something far more personal, a history between two people, a grudge, maybe even something closer to payback dressed up in the language of a formal policy complaint. It's the kind of twist that makes you mentally rewind everything you've just watched and view it through a completely different lens. And it's exactly the moment where casual viewers stop scrolling and start paying full attention.
Yourself and go through how that one works, I will happily do so. It was one of the previous versions I was using.
Right,
Can't remember the name of it, but it was number 3.
Okay.
It was the 3rd version.
Yeah.
And I'll explain to you how to use it because I've literally got one at home. So, yeah. So my name was mentioned by this police staff that I was being intimidated by filming. There's nothing wrong with filming. How is that intimidating?
I don't know, you'd have to ask that person.
My intentions are not to be intimidating.
But unfortunately that's what we've been told, so that's what we...
Is it an arrestable offence? Is it an offence to be here filming? Now you're doing your investigation. Let's go down the investigation route.
It's not offence to be here filming or anything like that, yeah? And you know it's not, you know the law well enough, don't you? I'm not going to push you on that. But at this moment in time, when they're saying to us that they feel intimidated by your behaviour, you being here is then causing a breach of the peace, alright?
Okay.
So then we've been asked to come down, move you guys on, you've not committed any offences, move yourselves on, yeah? And get you out of here just so then they can come back and they can continue their jobs and they can work. Because while you're here, they're unable to facilitate the front counter, alright? So we just need you guys to move yourselves on, yeah? And then we can sort of operate business with
Okay,
you.
can I ask we leave at the same time then?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to
So
stand outside.
I'll take a step here. You guys open that door and start walking through, and then I'll walk off.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Yeah?
fine.
Right, that's an agreement. Thank you very much.
All right. Have a nice
The final stretch of the standoff shifts into a debate about trust itself. At body cams, who's able to edit them? Who's able to delete footage? Who's really accountable when the cameras are rolling on both sides of the conversation at once? It's the last real pressure point of the entire encounter, each side subtly, carefully questioning whether the other's version of events can even be fully believed once this all goes online. But then, almost without warning, almost anticlimactically, it's over. No arrest, no dramatic escalation, no final blow-up to cap off 15 minutes of rising tension. Just a quiet, almost oddly civil agreement to walk out of that lobby together, side by side, through the same door. Two people who fundamentally disagree on everything that just happened, choosing, in the end, not to let it go any further. It's an ending that doesn't so much resolve the tension as it does simply let it hang in the air, unfinished. And that's precisely why it lingers with the viewer long after the video itself has ended.